Welcome back everyone. I want to create another type of buying guide, whatever, before you go and actually buy an iPhone XR in 2020. There are a couple things you might want to watch out for. Now I've done the same similar type of video for the iPhone X, XS, and I think some other Android phones as well. And I want to make one for every single iPhone out there that's, willing to buy, like probably from the new ones to the iPhone 6s. Now I will tell you this, with the iPhone XR, I feel like this is probably one of my favorite used iPhones to recommend to people because it's super safe, software longevity is great as well, but even then there's still a couple things to watch out for if you're willing to buy a used iPhone XR. And the first thing, as I've said before, you want to make sure that the display isn't replaced by a third party. And I realized with the XR, I've seen very few ones out there that are kind of, third party replaced panels. Not saying it doesn't exist, but every time I went on eBay and I went and bought an iPhone XR, I've never seen that many with, aftermarket displays in my opinion. That doesn't mean they don't exist though. So a great way to tell if the panel is an aftermarket one is if it says somewhere on the thing where like it says Face ID isn't working or Face ID not working, whatever the case is. If it does say that, you probably don't want to purchase it because you might just assume that, oh, I can just take it to the Apple store and they'll fix it if it's under warranty. But that's not necessarily the case. Apple does not fix things if it, that it has a third party part. They don't insure it. So if it says, Face ID isn't there or Face ID isn't working or whatever, you're better off not buying that specific iPhone XR. You're better off purchasing another one that, may have, a little scratch here and there. But as long as it's fully functional and everything, then you'll be set in my opinion. So that is the very first thing you want to see. Make sure that the display does not have a third party panel. The price I would pay for an iPhone XR, it's going to fluctuate a lot, especially with the new iPhones coming out. But even then, I probably wouldn't pay more than $400 for the base model in the used market. I would probably pay around $350 to $400. I'm sure a lot of them out there are over $400 to be honest. So anywhere from $350 to about $450, if you can snag an iPhone XR in that price tag, I'd say go for it. If you can get one under $350, then more power to you. I think that would probably be a good price to pay for a used iPhone XR, considering this phone is coming up to be 2 years old. The only thing is, like, if you want to buy a brand new one, you can pay $600 for it from the Apple store brand new. But even then, I would probably still recommend buying it, in the used market for sure. Now, the other things to watch out for, you want to make sure the IMEI is clean. Get that IMEI or ESN number, whatever they use, and verify it online. You want to make sure there's no iCloud account attached to it. If there is, you want to make sure it's fully, off and deleted from the phone. Have them sign out and all that stuff. If you receive an iPhone XR or any iPhone and it does have a bad IMEI or it does have an iCloud lock on it, you want to return it. You don't want to deal with it. You're purchasing a phone outright that fully works, so keep that in mind. Unless you're purposely purchasing one with a bad iCloud or whatever. Now, another big thing, you want to see if there's an Apple warranty on it. So whether it has Apple Care, Apple Care Plus, or whatever they call it, those type of things do kind of, increase the longevity of the phone, make you have a safer phone overall. But also on top of that, in case something does go wrong, having that type of warranty on the phone will definitely prolong the life of the device just in case you drop it and it cracks or whatever the case is. Now, this is what I will tell you. With a phone like an iPhone XR, it does have water resistance, but like I've said in my other videos, you want to make sure that the phone that you're buying does not have any water problems. If you can check the water seal of an iPhone, I would recommend doing so, but if you can't, I'd recommend taking it to the Apple store as soon as you buy it and asking them if this phone has any water damage or anything. If it does, then the likelihood of Apple actually going and, guaranteeing a fix for the problems that you may have will actually end up probably not working out, and they might not even fix a lot of issues if it does have a water damage on it. I had an iPhone X back in the day that had water damage and I was not able to get it fixed from Apple, so I'd recommend you making sure it doesn't have any water damage or anything like that if you want to go and actually get it fixed from Apple. So those are basically the major things I would recommend looking out for if you're willing to buy an iPhone XR in the used market. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. If you want to purchase an iPhone XR in really one of the better conditions, certified refurbished, I'll leave a link down in the description below. You can get it from there and help support the channel at the same time. Hit that like button, but definitely hit that subscribe button. That'll mean so much. Check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. More importantly, everything else. I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.